Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Listen Dude Podcast. Thank you so much for taking time out of your, I'm sure, busy day to listen to the boys, the dudes.
Right.
We really do appreciate the support. It means a lot to us. And before we get in anything, we just want to say we're not numb to or mind, like, we know what's going on.
Shut out.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, in our country, to us as just a species. I mean, we have Ukraine, we have a couple shootings, we have big rights issues going on right now in the United States, and we're not avoiding all those. We are trying to kind of still figure out what kind of podcast we want to be. And
sure.
If you follow our socials, we put out a little post kind of talking about that. But just to give everyone a heads up, we think next podcast we're going to take the time to really talk about everything that's going on in the world, especially the previous shootings that have happened here in the U.S. And hopefully we'll have a special guest on. His name's Nick. Hopefully we'll have him on to kind of talk about things too. But our next podcast might be a little heavy. And, before we even start the next podcast, we'll just say, it's okay to disagree and to have different opinions on things. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. So that's kind of what I wanted to say right off the bat, is that, our hearts and our minds go to the tragedy that happened at the school just the other day. And regardless of anybody's political alignment, the loss of innocent life, especially innocent kids, is horrible, no matter how you look at it. So anyways, we'll get into that, I think, next podcast. With me as always is Jaron.
Can I say something real quick? Your journal that you got in front of you and your pen looks like something out of Hogwarts.
Yeah, it was a gift. I got it
from Dumbledore?
He's my dad, so yeah, pretty much. You just got home from work.
Yeah.
You're wearing your Dr. Disrespect shirt.
So, yeah, my Dr. Disrespect shirt. If you don't know him, you're a loser. But your soon-to-be wife got this for me.
No, she got it from me.
And then it wouldn't fit you.
It wouldn't
because it's a large.
Yeah, well, I think
did she misclick?
I think it's an extra large or 2X, but it's small. It fits small.
This fits me like a large. This is actually one of my as far as in my arsenal of t-shirts, this is my favorite one. Yeah. No joke.
I can't even see the Hanes man bra on
it seamless.
But
it actually fits me perfectly. It's like how I like a shirt to fit.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So thank you, Maddie.
Maddie down.
That's
her saying.
We'll start off like we do on a lot of podcasts. What's new? What kind of games have you been? Is there any new stuff out?
Nothing new really came out. They did an update to Warzone, which is fun. They got rid of Godzilla and King Kong, which is pretty cool, in my opinion. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm playing a game called Outriders. They're releasing a DLC for it next month. I'm trying to go through the Gears saga. So my brother and I are going through the Halo stuff, which I was going to go through with you, but you didn't have it downloaded.
Is it free download?
Yes, it's on Game
I
Pass.
downloaded it.
I was like, all right, hey, yeah, Jaron, we're going to do the campaign tonight.
I downloaded it like 2 weeks before.
You're like, okay, I'm ready. you're in Halo Infinite, not the original.
Whatever,
anyways, it was funny. But Kim and I are going through that on Legendary.
Can you do 3 people on that?
I'll look into it. That'll be fun.
Look into it.
I will look into it. I'm
still playing a lot of Farm Simulator. Okay. I started a new farm. Don't know if I want animals on this farm. Animals are hard to take care of.
Okay.
But
chickens are pretty easy, right?
Chickens are pretty easy. You just got to feed them wheat, and then you go pick up the eggs. But I planted some sunflowers last night, so
nice.
Got a busy day ahead of me. Got a busy weekend.
I probably won't go to bed.
I got a busy 30 minutes ahead of me when I got to
There you go.
When they spring off. So
what have you been watching?
I actually have been watching rewatching, I guess, the entire seasons of Stranger Things, because Stranger Things season 4, which is the last and final season, I think releases today.
I think it came out today.
Yeah.
So did
Top Gun.
Top Gun came out.
Yep.
Like what? Last night or 2 nights ago?
last night.
You know what's cool?
And they said it's the best movie of the decade.
That's what I heard.
That's what we should expect. It's Top Gun with Tom Cruise. Okay? The only thing that's lacking is Sam Elliott.
Maybe he is.
But I don't know. Ryan talked to one of our buddies, and maybe we'll go see it Sunday. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Haven't booked tickets. Haven't planned anything. I don't
okay.
know because you're not going to be able to go or whatever.
Yeah, and which is totally fine. This is if you. I know you.
Dude, I'm not waiting on you, man. No offense, dude, but I got to go see Top Gun.
Yeah, go ahead.
I should be going to see it tonight, but I got to work early.
I mean, you shouldn't see without your wingman, but hey, that's fine.
You know, Maverick had a couple wingmen. He had Goose.
Shoot,
you're
dang
Goose.
It.
You know,
Goose dies.
Yeah, I'm moving to Iceman.
Val Kilmer. Okay, all right, that's acceptable. Val Kilmer.
Can you appreciate that? At least?
I appreciate that. You calling Ryan Iceman?
Well, Joker. But I've been rewatching the Stranger Things, and let me tell you, beautiful people. But it's actually really good. If you haven't watched Stranger Things, you should watch it. I do have a suggestion of what to watch on Netflix. It actually is a Netflix original. Came out a few years ago, and I've watched it twice. It's called Wild Wild Country, and it's a docu-series about, actually a really detailed, in-depth docu-series about a cult that started back in the kind of the 60s.
Wild Country.
It's called Wild Wild Country, and it started in India with like a guru or whatever, and it came to the States and like totally like really massacred,
fricked everything up.
Oh yeah, it's
interesting.
It's a big deal. I don't know why I've never heard of this.
Interesting.
Anything, I think
check that out.
Every episode left you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I think Maddie and I need to check out rewatch Stranger Things.
Yeah,
the Obi-Wan Kenobi series just came out on Disney Plus, which looks good to me. I gotta tell you, I am a huge Star Trek fan. Okay, they just released. They're in a new season of a new series. It is amazing.
Series on what?
On Star Trek. It's called
No, on like Disney or
no. It's on Paramount Plus.
Okay, Paramount.
You're coming over tomorrow night, and maybe we can watch an episode.
We're supposed to watch Galaxy Quest. We're supposed to watch Ghostbusters 2.
Galaxy Quest is
We're
number one.
supposed to watch this stuff.
Yeah,
and
I gotta show you some Crank Yankers episodes.
Okay, when I come over, the first thing you're putting on is the second Ghostbusters.
No, I want to put Galaxy Quest on.
Which is it?
Galaxy
because
Quest.
You tell
Galaxy
me.
Quest.
Fine.
Galaxy Quest. You will laugh your butt off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen Tim Allen in a movie, so I guess
you've never seen like Santa Claus? You've seen him in
Wild
Hogs,
the Santa Claus
dude.
movie. Wild Hogs. Okay, never mind. I have seen.
Speaking of Wild Hogs,
he's just really forgetting.
Speaking of Wild Hogs, there's an actor in there who just passed away.
Ray Liotta.
I think it's Leota.
Leota.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Dude, I was going through. I was at work and saw it on Facebook. Ray Liotta dies at 67. He was actually in the Dominican Republic filming a movie.
Had a heart attack, right?
Died in his sleep.
That's the way to go, I guess. If
I mean, I don't know. I'd rather die in like a car crash or something.
Or
so
maybe
I can at least see it coming.
You might not see it coming.
I'd probably like to die to someone who has a sickle.
That can be arranged.
That actually was really fun. That'd be funny. Imagine that, like at a funeral, like he got killed by like a sickle. That'd be like a last final joke.
What was that in Austin Powers where he's trying to catch up on events that happened because he was frozen for 20 years, and he's like so and he's writing down their deaths, and he's like so and so ham sandwich.
Oh yeah, dude. They choked on a ham sandwich.
Yeah,
or something. Yeah.
Could you imagine going out like that, choking on an ice cube and it melts like 5 minutes later?
I hope I die like in a humorous way where people are like, that guy.
It's the way you would have wanted to go, like Patches O'Houlihan in Dodgeball when the sign falls on him and kills him.
Yeah.
It's probably the way you would have wanted to go.
Yeah.
But I know Ray pretty much from Wild Hogs, and I knew he was in like Goodfellas and Field of Dreams.
Really, what put him on the map, I think, is what the movie he won the Oscar for was in Goodfellas. 1990, if I'm not mistaken. And then like what was it? I don't remember what year Field of Dreams came out.
93, I think.
I want to say 92 to 94. But Field of Dreams is the movie. Of course, I grew up playing baseball. Baseball is my first love. Still is. Still always will be. So I watched a lot of baseball movies. The Rookie, Field of Dreams.
Oh yeah.
The Sandlot, of course. For the Love of the Game. Angels in the Outfield. I can go. But Field of Dreams is probably one of my all-time favorite movies, like top 5 favorite movies. And he played Shoeless Joe Jackson very well in the movie because Ray Liotta has like a creepy, like he's got like a creepy side, but like a lovable side.
I would say
too.
a mysterious side, maybe not creepy, maybe because in Field of Dreams he plays the like confused guy very good. I think. Maybe not. Okay, you go ahead. Continue.
No,
my bad.
I disagree. Okay. But he plays he's dead in the movie, and he's a ghost basically. But I don't know. That's just what Ray Liotta, man. Yeah.
You know what's going to start happening?
R.I.P. Man.
If you haven't noticed in the past decade, we're going to start seeing all these huge people that we grew up with passing away.
Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman.
Michael Caine. I'm waiting for Ian McKellen, who played Gandalf.
Oh yeah. Ian McKellen, that'll be a big one because he's Well, he played the bald guy in
Magneto in X-Men.
Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
Magneto.
Yeah, and we're going to start seeing that, unfortunately, because
Michael Caine's like in his upper 80s, isn't he?
He's old.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about him too is him and his wife have been married. They've never been I don't think he's ever been divorced. They've been married for like 40-something years, I think. Which is a testament because you don't see that a lot.
No.
Nonetheless,
Morgan Freeman seems like he used to be quite a player back in the day. I can see.
Oh, I'm sure they all were.
Either way, I think Morgan Freeman's in his mid-80s.
Something like that. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's something that's going to happen. Because
Ray Liotta was only 67.
And isn't that crazy? Only 67?
Yeah.
Now that's young, 20 years ago, that was, I don't know.
I don't think I'd want to live till 90.
Yeah, I don't know. That's...
Next time I go skydiving, man, let's just...
No, you better watch your mouth. You understand me?
It'll be my 4th time. It's going to happen. I told my dad that I'll just keep going until I'm dead. I'll keep jumping out of planes until I'm dead.
Then you would see it coming.
Great. I got about 120 seconds.
Gosh. Okay. All right.
Then you could be like, the guy died skydiving. How funny would that be at a funeral? Like, if it's going to happen, we're all going to die.
I would much rather you be alive and
I'm not saying
laughing than you be dead and us laughing.
No, like, if when it's my time, it's my time. But I want to go out in a way that people can be like, "Ha, funny,
nice, okay,
yeah, that was cool."
There's got to be a product or something. All
right,
all these talks about.
I know where the segue is going.
All these talks about funerals and.
I got it with me. I was searching Amazon a couple weeks ago, and I found a really good product.
Okay.
I found a really good product. Okay, $9.99 on Amazon. So I bought it, instinctively. This is, it's called the Funeral Harmonica. Now, let's face it. We're all going to die. Okay? We're all going to die. It's going to be sad. And everyone, for the most part, is going to have a funeral. It's just the reality of life. So I bought this Funeral Harmonica. And basically what this product is, and this is actually a really good idea. Picture this. You got a funeral.
Okay.
There's crying.
Oh, yeah.
There's boo-hooing.
Heaps of it.
There's weeping.
Yep.
Tears on the ground. And you know what? Not to be disrespectful, but I don't want to hear it. Either I'm annoyed.
Yep.
Or, you know what? This sadness is making me even sadder, hearing other people sad.
We don't need, no.
So, the Funeral Harmonica, they have this product. You just go... And what that does, you hear that?
I heard, yeah. The heck?
That, basically, that drowns out all the crying.
And that's what that's used for?
Yeah, so if you hear crying, and there's different tones.
No way.
Depending on the environment or the pitch of, like, the whining and
Let's
crying.
say you're a... There you go.
I didn't even hear it.
Okay.
I feel happier because I'm not hearing your crying. But it's not just for funerals. You can use it, 3-year-olds' kids' birthday parties where the kids won't shut up.
Yeah, we've all been there. You know,
And you just like want to drown out all the laughing and the happiness with a
sing us a song at the piano.
yeah. It did not come with instructions, so hopefully I'm using it correctly. But I got this on Amazon for $9.99.
Cool.
They're called the Funeral Harmonica.
For $99.99?
$9.99.
Oh, okay.
See, that's why everyone should have this in their home.
Yeah, I think okay.
You know, you wear like a suit and tie to a funeral. There's always an inside pocket in the jacket.
Put that bad boy
you put
right
that
in
bad
there.
boy in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? This is just for emergencies. This isn't just like I'm gonna use this.
Yeah.
It's just
you
like
can't.
It's just like for emergencies. So like, don't be disrespectful about it. I think like this needs to become like such a normal thing now, where it's like you hear this and it's like it's not to be disrespectful. It's just to be I don't want to hear it right now. Like for my own personal reasons. Like let's be respectful.
Yeah. No, it's disrespectful that they invited you to the funeral.
It could be.
So
if they're like my coworker's second cousin, I don't want to go to that funeral.
But you got to when they ask you, and you're just there.
So I have this. So $9.99 on Amazon. Funeral Harmonica. Check it out.
Fantastic.
I don't
funeral and it's spelled PHUN.
No. It's with an F.
Oh,
they keep it clean cut. It's not
I
child.
thought the tagline was "Put the fun in funeral."
There is FUN.
That's what I'm saying. Put the fun back in funeral.
If you want to, if you want to use it for fun, you can.
Yep.
They don't send like instructions. It's not like a legitimate instrument, so I don't know. But hopefully I'm using it correctly. But anyway, I digress. I just want to plug that and put that out there.
That's our not really a sponsor of the week, but
no. It's not a sponsor of the week. I just thought it was really good. So anyway, moving on.
Today, we're going to talk about something that people start wars over. And we're going to talk about things that. Let me just put it to you this way. We're going to talk about conspiracies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going to, and the way we framed it was, what's something crazy that people believe? That's just another phrase for conspiracies.
Sure.
So we each have 3 sets of conspiracies that we're going to kind of talk about. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first. I'll go first because the one that I think is absolutely.
Oh, and real quick, we know conspiracies can get pretty serious. It can have big implications. Okay, so we're kind of focusing in on the maybe the funnier ones, maybe not so funny, but maybe funny.
I will say I picked 3, you picked 3 that we think that's probably a little bit ridiculous or a little bit crazy. Now I will say some conspiracies out there, maybe not that crazy. You're not that crazy. They got some
truth.
Validity. What's that big word that
viscosity
rich people use? Viscosity. They got some viscosity to them. So anyway, I'll go first.
Go ahead.
First is mermaids. I was doing research on this the other
Golly.
night. There's actually people out there that believe in legitimate mermaids, and there's like search teams that go out.
No.
I'm not kidding you. They go on boats, and there's like stories of like I read a story from like 8 years ago. A fishing ship sunk, and there was like one survivor left, and he couldn't he was like getting tired, and he couldn't swim or whatever, and he got held up by a human fish-like creature.
Golly.
And it held him up right till the Coast Guard came.
Are they sure it wasn't Amber Heard practicing for Aquaman?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but there's people out there that actually believe in mer people, and I think that's how stupid is that? How dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you see videos out there on them. They're totally fake. You can see that it's photoshopped. Dude, it's totally fake, man. It's totally bullcrap.
But let me ask you this: would Disney make a animated movie about mermaids if they weren't real?
Yeah, and they also made a movie about talking fish and
under the sea, down where it's
I was
wetter.
thinking of Nemo, but all right.
I mean,
Finding Nemo,
but that's Pixar.
It's oh my gosh.
And also too, we said before that I was like, Jaron, you don't have to tell people what conspiracies you believe and don't believe, but you're going at it. You're saying you don't believe in mermaids.
Yeah, I think it's crazy. I think it's nuts. There's actually like
they're going to come after you.
Like a culture of people out there that actually believe that mer people are real, and I seen one. Nah, that was a piece of styrofoam or whatever. I don't know.
That was just a dead body.
That was just a dead human.
Waves with seaweed on the legs.
Yeah, that was all decomposed. Golly. That was all decomposed or something. I mean, come on. Another way to die.
Yeah. Eaten by a mermaid.
Get your harmonica. But
Okay.
That's one that I think is like totally bogus.
You know, I think when mermaids are presented in media, sometimes like Little Mermaid, they're presented as like these like lovely people. I think,
dude, they're total
according to fairy tales, they are
stab you with their pitchfork,
something like that, dude.
Yeah.
They're like they want to get you in the water and drown you.
They'll talk rudely to you.
Yeah,
directly to your face, probably, and then spit some salt water right in your eye, probably,
and that would burn.
Yeah, they're total jerks.
Yeah,
turns out that's just probably a hobo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you got? Let's move on. What do you got for the next one?
This next one was mentioned to us by one of our dear listeners, one of our friends, Enziano Shadabatios. And
I didn't know we were popular in Italy or whatever, or Cool Runnings or whatever that was.
She wanted us to talk about lizard people, okay? Let me tell you.
Some people believe in the lizard people. I tell you, probably not true.
Or else I would have hired them.
They can work cheap.
Yeah, there we go. Let me get my movie voice right.
I guess I really haven't heard about the lizard.
Yeah, let me tell you. Like a movie. A long time ago. Okay, no. A long time ago, before the dawn of history, there was a strange race of people. The druids. No, not the druids. The lizard folk. And they came down from the stars. And they started breeding with humans. And now they rule the world.
Is this really necessary with the voice?
Yeah. That's pretty much it. That they're an ancient species of lizard.
Is this like the thing where like...
How about you don't interrupt me? How about that?
Sorry?
How about we have some respect here? And they came from the stars, and they literally and metaphorically planted their seed in humans. And through eons, the lizard folk, they pretty much they rule the world. People think Obama was a lizard guy.
Beyonce.
I didn't see one for Beyonce.
I've seen him for Beyonce.
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Latifah. Maybe.
Queen the band.
We'll see.
And strangely enough, all the Fox News hosts. Anyways, this is something that people believe, and you know, this one, I wasn't really going to tell people my side of things, but I kind of got to believe this one. I'll tell you why. Look at Steve Buscemi. That man has eyes that go in 45 different directions at any given time.
What about he's dead now? The talk show Larry Larry King. He could have been a lizard person.
He could have been a lizard folk.
Yeah, look, do you see his skin?
No.
Like leather, like a lizard.
You can't look at Steve Buscemi and tell me that there's not some sort of reptilian DNA in that man.
That's actually a really good point.
Something to think about.
Great actor, though.
He is a good actor.
One of my favorites, actually.
He actually is a pretty good actor. Okay, you're up.
All right, so this one is kind of an obvious one, but I feel like it needs to be addressed because I think it's really ridiculous. And I want to get my opinion out there, but Bigfoot. You know, I think that's like...
Big feet! Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Proud feet.
Yeah, good one. But Bigfoot, I think, is like totally a ridiculous thing that people actually believe. And they've made TV shows on it, reality shows, where they never see Bigfoot or...
They see him from a distance.
They don't see nothing. I remember this one time when Finding Bigfoot show was out. I was watching it, and I'm getting into it. I'm like, ooh, they might actually find him on this episode. Spoiler, they don't. They don't.
Yeah, I know.
So they put a camera
Trust me.
out at night by some apples, because apparently Bigfoot likes apples.
As you would.
Sasquatch.
It'll last big apple species.
Fan. Well, then the show's over, and some sentence comes up on the screen. Something suspicious happened overnight and turned off our cameras. When we went there the next morning, the apples were gone. The camera was operating totally fine. It's just for the Bigfoot stuff is total garbage. You know how
easy it'd be to set that up and fake it? All you got to do is literally, they could have the camera on, and they pick the apples and they throw them away.
I think
and then they go behind, turn the camera off, and they just edit it to where it doesn't show them.
I think the original Bigfoot like video where he's like and walking across,
he's got a swag to him.
He's got a swagger, dude. That's totally a person in a suit. And then there's like conspiracies. Oh, that's a female Sasquatch. Look at the belly. She's pregnant. I'm not kidding you.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you. People
Look at the belly. What the
people
heck?
go that in depth with this stupid conspiracy.
And secondly, dude, he could just have a beer belly.
It could have been just a hairy man. It was probably the town drunk. It's probably what that was.
That's just Jonathan.
It seriously could have been. It's probably just the freaking town drunk out there.
I will say, there have been a few video clips that I've seen where I'm like,
nah,
give me the heebie-jeebies.
No,
but it's so easy to fake things on TV.
It's so easy to fake, man.
Yeah,
it's like,
I'm
not trying to transition, but it's like the Loch Ness Monster stuff. That's so crap, so fake. That stuff's been like the Bigfoot conspiracy and the Loch Ness Monster conspiracy have been around for decades.
It's the dawn of
thing
history.
is probably the Loch Ness Monster. It ain't alive no more. It dead.
Yeah.
The Loch Ness Monster conspiracy goes back like 200, 300 years.
You know, I think you really need to open up your mind to the possibility of there being magical creatures from another dimension.
No.
I think you really need to start listening.
No.
Less talking, start listening.
No. And Bigfoot? No.
Okay.
And people take like videos of him. Oh, I saw a Bigfoot. Dude, that's a freaking Muppet. Puppet. That's what that is.
Crumpet. Jump it.
Stump it.
Pop it. Twist it.
Well, I'm just telling you, I think it's total bullcrap. All right.
Okay.
You're next. I think it's crazy. Crazy.
This one, surprisingly enough, Linciano Catabanos has a boyfriend who goes by the name of Popo Hujo. And what he said in our post was, landing on Mars in our lifetime. Okay, I don't know. He said that's something crazy people think, and I need to double check and see.
Wait. Is he saying that he thinks it's crazy that we're going to land on Mars in our lifetime?
I think he thinks. We'll ask him. We both know him.
Mm-hmm.
We both distinctly. I remember.
Despise him.
We cannot handle that guy. I think what he's saying is, I'm under the impression that the way he said it was that he doesn't believe we'll land on Mars in our lifetime. That it's crazy to think that we'll land on Mars in our lifetime. Which this one isn't as funny. Okay, this is serious.
No, I would actually probably agree with that.
You don't think we'll land on Mars in our lifetime? You think you'll have a skydiving accident before land on Mars?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something here.
I think it is kind of ridiculous. We're here for the long haul, buddy.
Here's the thing.
At least I am. I don't want to leave Earth anyway.
Do you remember, have you ever seen those videos where people were living in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and they're like, oh, where do you think we'll be at as a civilization in the year 2020?
Yeah, flying cars.
Flying cars. They just took their products and said, oh, this would make it futuristic. One thing I've noticed about this is humans, we tend to over-exaggerate or overcompensate, or we tend to dramatically think we're more capable of stuff than we are, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, which is, I think, is cool because it shows that humans, we believe that in the best in us. Sometimes we think, that we're capable of great things, which we are. We think, we'll solve all these issues and stuff. But the point is, we're pushing forward technologically a lot slower than we think we are. I think, but when Obama was president, he, I think, put a mandate for NASA to try to land someone on Mars by the 2030s. The first step into doing so is to make it financially feasible. And
we're getting there.
The way you do that is with reusable rockets. SpaceX is landing
but Obama
rockets.
Also canceled the shuttle program.
Yeah, right. And
which the shuttle program had some holes in it, like just with the design and stuff. So I understand that.
And SpaceX is a private industry. It's not funded by the government. I don't think.
I think that's what you need.
So they're not constrained by any sort of budget.
It's like a competitive business now between Bezos and Musk. So it's competition to get better and enhance.
It's almost like a space race, except for like rich billionaires.
Yeah, probably.
But scientists predict humans will land on an asteroid by 2073. And they think that we'll land on Jupiter and 2103. This is all provided that humans reach Mars by 2038.
Why would we want to land on an asteroid?
First off, to get materials from it, I think
Oh, okay.
And also too, there was talk that we could land on an asteroid, use it as a jumping off point to get further into the solar system, out of the solar system.
Yeah, and like if that happens, it's like 8 people.
Yeah,
Spaceship.
but I don't think this is so crazy, and I think for those reasons and what's going on with SpaceX, I think SpaceX is really pushing forward our space technology.
Elon Musk is in his 50s.
Yeah, but he
could be dead in 20 years.
For as crazy stuff as he does, I think he is pushing forward the space technology.
He is. I think we should, but I don't.
I think it will happen. In fact,
in our lifetime.
Yeah, I think it will.
So you
I think so. Maybe not by 2030.
50 years. 60 years. Assuming we even lived that long.
Yeah, assuming Putin doesn't send us into a nuclear winter.
Right.
I think it's here's what I'll say. I'm hoping we do, and I'm going to believe we will.
So I will tell you, I think it would be. We've never seen this in our lifetime. We've never seen a moon landing.
I want to see another conspiracy theory.
That's all I care about to see before I die.
Why haven't we been back?
I want to see live footage like they did in '69 or whatever year it was.
Yeah.
Of someone just landing on the moon and picking up moon rocks and skipping and driving the little truck around.
Yeah.
Saying, "Hey there, Buzz.
Hey there, neighbors."
And that's all I want to see.
Then he hits a rock and he just keeps going into space.
Watch me jump this jump.
Yeah, watch
and
me.
He just,
oh, golly.
He just takes right off into space.
Oh, man.
I want to see that in my lifetime. Yeah. I'd rather... Going to the moon is definitely more feasible. So why don't we just... I want to see that again. You know, I just want to see it. Because I don't... Cool. I would have to probably agree with the person who commented that.
Popo Huzo.
I would have to agree that I don't think we will probably... Maybe this person actually just wants to hear our opinion on it. Maybe they do believe that, but...
Maybe they just want to get punched next time we see them.
Honestly... I would say it's 50-50.
Okay.
If we see a Mars land in our lifetime.
But we'll see what happens. I mean...
Did you hear... Well, it's a whole other conversation.
I heard that they're like trying to train people to get ready for a long range.
See like what the rover took photos of a couple weeks ago?
Wasn't it look like a door or something?
They found a doorway like carved in like this mountain, and then they found a alien spacecraft.
No.
It was No, you seriously haven't heard this?
No, I haven't heard that. I heard they saw like a door, but I thought it could have just been...
3 days before that door photo was taken or released to the public, they found a saucer with a parachute.
That could have just been...
How have you not seen this?
That could have just been another country's probe landing, though.
That's exactly what I said, but it looks like a pancake. It looks like freaking ET.
It could be the landing pad, though, of what it landed on. And then
exactly, and that's what I was telling this guy at work. I'm like, we're looking at it. I'm like, dude, that looks like a parachute. Aliens don't use parachutes.
Yeah, dude.
They use
anti-gravity
magic from wizards.
I tell you what, you need to fire that guy. You need to get him out of your shop because he's doing nothing but bringing down that shop.
Well,
where is he?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'll see him Monday.
Anyways, landing on the moon in our lifetime.
That's a good one. That's
Mars.
actually a really good one. I like that. That's a lot of conversation there.
I'm really hopeful. I'm very optimistic about that, but we'll see what happens.
I'm not hopeful.
You never know what's going to happen
at all. I'm just going with the flow, man. I know I'm going to die on Earth no matter what. So what's it matter?
We'll probably end up getting a probe around Uranus before we land on Mars.
Probably. It could happen. Anyway, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your last one.
Okay, so this is kind of like a spacey thing.
Oh, let's go.
Flat Earth. I think this is totally crazy.
Yeah.
I think people that believe that the Earth is flat are totally nuts.
Did you hear about that experiment that guy did? He's like, all right, if we shine a light here through these holes,
and it proved
it'll
him
be
wrong.
Straight. He's like, huh. And it wasn't straight. He's like, something's going on here.
Yeah. And it went like viral like on TikTok or something. That was like last year or something. But yeah, he proved...
How silly can you get?
He proved his theory wrong. And then remember like 2-3 years ago, I don't remember if this was right before COVID or during COVID, that flat earther guy built like a homemade rocket, like in that one movie with that one guy. He built a homemade rocket because he wanted to go up in space in the Earth's atmosphere and prove that the Earth was flat. and the government wasn't going to let him do it. But then, after a lot of fighting, they let him do it. And he proved his theory wrong. He took photos, and obviously the Earth is not flat.
Yeah.
I think it's totally crazy that people...
I'll talk about this before we close today, but there's definitely a correlation, I think, between the increase in conspiracy theories and crazy conspiracy theories and social media.
Usually,
I think there's a big...
In my opinion, I believe where there's smoke, there's fire.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
That's why I'm saying that the three that I've brought up are total nuts.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess I had one kind of funny one with the lizard people, but after looking up Steve Buscemi, I'm actually kind of scared.
Yeah.
Landing on Mars in our lifetime, that's a little more serious. That's a
good one. That was a good one.
And I just want to iterate. We're not scholars in any of these, okay? So don't be coming at us. If you pointy hats, don't come at us, because frankly, we're not experts in this, okay? Just don't. This last one.
Oh, bless me.
Weather control. Let me finish.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of HARP? Of course you haven't.
It's a great instrument.
High frequency active aerial.
Oreos.
Are
you hungry?
Research program. No.
Okay.
So this is a group that was formed, and what they did, what their objective was, they wanted to find out how signals work in the ionosphere, in the higher parts of the atmosphere, so they can make more powerful satellites. It was a military thing to see how they can make more powerful satellites. Well, people think that HARP was really trying to find a way to control weather. And there actually, and this is true, there were actually experiments done in a lab that talked about, well, I can't remember the exact word to describe it, but
words are hard.
That I lost my train of thought, dude.
Sorry.
I'm kidding. It was done in a lab where they could actually manipulate weather in a certain way by putting particles or something in clouds and then watching the results. What they found out, though, is that in a lab, it's a lot easier to do that under a controlled setting than to go out there in the real world where everything's shifting and there's not enough control, I guess. But
so, do you think that there's any viscosity? What was the term we used?
Velocity? Viscosity?
Viscosity. Do you think there's any viscosity?
I will say I don't know, but I think the more important question might be, would it be a good or bad thing? Think about this. We could get rid of droughts, maybe. We might be able to, supposedly in some of these articles, people said that we would be able to like shift the course of hurricanes. Think about, not having droughts anymore, so you could grow crops the way you want. What would be the negative side effects? Maybe
you get a-hole controlling the weather.
Yeah, that's true.
For lobbying and money purposes, which will happen.
Oh yeah. Oh, and then you have to like pay a monthly fee to get rain.
I'm not kidding you. Yeah.
That's probably what will happen. If it happens, that's probably what's going to happen.
Patent pending, us, you and me.
Patent pending. What's it going to be
weather
called?
Controlling. We're going to call it
dynamic infrared.
Not your Earth.
Climate control. DICK.
Genius. Okay.
Got it down.
We'll go with that.
But kind of going along with this, you know what chemtrails are, right?
Is this something from Star Trek?
No. Chemtrails they're actually called contrails. And they are, when you look up and see a plane, you see the smoke behind it.
Yeah.
There's a conspiracy that those are like they're poisoning the earth and stuff.
Oh. I have heard that.
All that is
yeah.
is
hot air.
It's when the hot, moist exhaust from aircraft fly at high altitudes, and it condenses when it meets the extremely cold upper atmosphere,
like a cloud,
and forms a long, narrow, cirrus cloud.
Easy.
See,
I have the education up to a second grade level,
and
so
you
I even know that.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Yep.
You will get a sticker after this. A Listen Dude sticker.
I forgot them.
Plug it.
Oh yeah, I made Listen Dude stickers.
Perfect. Thank you, man of Few words.
They're actually vinyl. They're really actually nice.
Cool.
I spent some money on these stickers.
But I think a lot of conspiracy theories, if you're willing to listen to reason, can be disproved by science and by just observing the natural world.
Listening
around
to
you.
reason, I think that's like when you watch shows like Finding Bigfoot and stuff, or like Bigfoot documentaries, because there's loads of them on Amazon Prime
and
right
here's
now.
the thing:
they don't listen to reason.
And not only
They just know they saw
Jared,
a homeless guy.
They are a waste of time because if somebody found Bigfoot, it would have been on the news by now.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be shown on like History Channel with that guy who acts like he's Indiana Jones and
yeah. Been hunting these bastards for 40 years. That's like
yeah. One of them took a dump on my porch.
But when did you ever see one? When I was 7.
Yeah.
That
was just your weird uncle coming to say hello in the window with his ghillie suit.
Could have been.
True story. For someone, not me,
man.
But probably.
Beer birds.
So these are pretty mild conspiracy theories. There are some pretty intense ones that get very emotional when you talk about things like maybe I won't mention it, but a more recent one is COVID. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about that.
Oh yeah.
And the thing about controlling weather is in a way humans are kind of controlling weather because of climate change. Well, we won't talk about that. We won't talk about that, okay? It's not global warming, it's climate change. And there's evidence.
No.
There's evidence to support that, okay?
Yeah, there's evidence to support it. There's also evidence to support that 200 years ago. The Earth is going through a cycle.
But I don't think humans are...
Humans are not the cause.
They might not be the cause, but they're certainly not helping matters. Would you agree? Would you say that maybe we are pushing it forward at an accelerated rate?
I don't care because
I understand.
I'll be dead by the time if that bullcrap ever happens. You know what? What's her name? Gregory?
Greta
Thunberg.
Yeah?
Thunberg.
How dare you?
How dare you take my childhood away from me? You bastards. I don't know if that's her.
Like you should be in Hogwarts.
That sounds like Pinocchio.
Yeah.
But anyway, she has the education level of a second grader, so I can relate to her on that. Dude, they're saying, like Little Dicky made a song.
I'm just pillow talking with a...
No.
Oh.
It's a dedication to like the Earth going away. And Leonardo DiCaprio, they're all saying that this was like 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, 3. Yeah, 4. This was 4 years ago. The Earth is going to be destroyed within the last 8 years. Dude, I'm still going to be here. We're all still going to be here.
8 years a little...
Well, we need to think about our children. They'll be fine too. And besides, I'll be dead. So, I don't care.
I didn't mean to upset you, Jaron.
I just think it's total bulk. Like it's just to make money.
I can tell by your nipples you're pretty upset. So
yeah,
why don't we?
Even through the Haynes man, bro.
Yeah, that's you're very upset. So kind of in closing here.
How long have we been going?
Kind of in closing here. Let me finish.
It's like 20 minutes.
No, it's been 40 minutes.
You can count that high?
I have a reading level of a 4th grader. Thank you. While you're still stuck in 2nd grade. Yeah. 4th grade was the best 6 years of my life, dude.
All right.
I could dunk on everybody. It was awesome. So you might be asking yourself, who's most likely to believe in conspiracy theories? While conspiracy theory believers are often trying... So this is what this says. Conspiracy theory believers are often trying to satisfy unmet psychological needs. They share common traits as well. Research suggests that narcissists and people who yearn to feel unique tend to adopt conspiracy theories. They say that seeking information others do not possess helps them feel superior to others. A quote here, it says, "Our results clearly showed that the strongest predictor of conspiracy belief was a constellation of personality characteristics collectively referred to as schizotopy. The traits borrow its name from schizophrenia, but it does not imply a clinical diagnosis. The study also showed that conspiracists had distinct cognitive tendencies. They were more likely than non-believers to judge nonsensical statements as profound, a tendency known as the BS receptivity. In turn, This is what I found funny. In turn, they were more likely to say that non-human objects, say triangle shapes moving around on a computer screen, were acting intentionally.
Losers.
You imagine, you have like a wallpaper and you're like, you son of a... Here's a little checklist. Let's see. This is what they say. Common conspiracy theorists. This kind of characterize them. Live by themselves. Check.
Is it really on there?
Drink every night.
Really?
Work in the automotive industry. Check. Own a black GMC truck. Check.
Okay.
Don't have any animals. Check. And have their own podcast.
How would you narrow that down?
That's wild. Golly.
Yeah. Who wrote that article?
It's just I'm just joking. It doesn't say
Was
that.
it Dr. Phil?
It's Dr.
Dr.
Thurman.
Thyman.
So they hope that the research advances the understanding of why some people are more attracted to conspiracy theories than others, but it is important to note that the study does not address whether or not conspiracy theories are true. And here's what's interesting, okay? After Watergate, the Watergate scandal, conspiracy theories really, people started to be like, okay, maybe,
Not trusting of the government.
maybe things that are crazy ideas aren't so, crazy at all.
Yeah.
I have a little statistic here about beliefs in conspiracy theories. So, this was a study done. Get there. This was a study done in 2019, and it kind of it was a okay. Anyways, I'm sorry.
You're keeping me in suspense here.
Yeah. It was they talked to 1,200 people, and a lot of people believed in conspiracies that revolved around that the JFK assassination wasn't done by a lone gunman. About 40-something% of people believe that. I thought I saw that about 20-something% believe like that something with COVID. There's something with Queen Elizabeth in there.
Political.
There's fake moon landing, which has been around, for a long time.
Political.
So really, the big ones that we already know.
So they're asked questions about all political.
Pretty
Conspiracies.
much. Maybe they were asked. I'm trying to get it here. It looks like when I pulled it up earlier. Okay, I didn't have to pay for it. Okay.
So this statistical
thing,
and these 1,200 people were asked questions about.
Maybe they were just asked. I don't know exactly how it was done.
We're given about political stuff. So they basically turned this to be a lot about politics.
But there's a lot
That's
of
not fair.
But there's a lot of conspiracy theories that involve politics.
Moon landing, JFK, you just named them all.
UFO, the Roswell stuff. I
don't think Bigfoot is.
Lizard
I don't
people.
think flat Earth is. I don't think mermaids could be considered political.
Nice.
I do it all the time. Political topics.
No, you're right. But I think a lot of them are.
Continue.
So, previous research has shown that people gravitate towards conspiracy theories that affirm or validate their political view, which tends to be true. It's easy nowadays, and what I talked about earlier, it's easy to be led astray by quote unquote fake news because it's so easy for people to fake statistics nowadays and for people to believe it.
Oh yeah.
And what they recommend is, and this is a life lesson, okay? Listen, dudes, this is a life lesson here.
We'll see.
If there's something that you hear, okay, from one news source, you should check out a couple other different news sources that don't necessarily agree with you politically, and if they all report on the same thing, then maybe there's some validity to it.
You know what you could also do? Not watch the news or listen to the news or do any research.
Yeah, but it's important to kind of be aware of things that are going on.
Well,
there's a graph that shows how biased certain
I don't
news stations are.
I don't watch the news, okay? I read it. I read the news. I don't watch it. I read it. And even the last month or so, I haven't even read much of the news. Stay out of it. I do me.
Well,
I'm gonna do me.
Well, next time we're gonna be talking about the news.
All right.
So you need to get your newspaper, the color book one.
The pop-up?
Yep.
The pop-ups. Okay.
Yep. Get that. Look it up because we're going to talk about it. But there's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories out there. Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy
Mike
theories.
Tyson.
Yeah. A lot of conspiracy theories out there. And, to each their own. Whatever floats your boat,
to each your own, but some of them are just flat out wrong.
I'm going to laugh the day Bigfoot shows up on television and gives an interview.
I'll be proven wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, you will be proven wrong.
So you believe in Bigfoot?
No.
Okay. Because it's crazy.
It is a little crazy.
It's nuts.
But you got anything you want to add to this conspiracy theory conversation?
No. We do have actually a guest with us. He's gonna be on every podcast now. He's here today. It's Doug.
Doug.
He's sitting right here in this chair. I got him in the 4th grade.
Okay. Which was the year
of the dog, or what?
Of the whiskey.
What?
I don't know.
What are you
Year
talking
of the
about? You're
whiskey.
talking gibberish here. If you watch our podcast, you can watch it now on Spotify too.
Sweet.
So if you're a listener on Spotify and you only listen to our podcast on Spotify, you can also watch it on Spotify too.
And we're on Spotify. We're on YouTube.
TikTok, Twitter,
Facebook, the Big Five.
The good old face space.
And that's where we'll put updates too. So
Which you've been really good about putting updates out. But if you're watching, you can see Doug. He's sitting right between me and Kyle. You guys remember, he's pretty cool. I like him. He's got his little shirt, his little vest on, little sweater. He's gonna sit right there. But I don't really want to talk anything about stupid conspiracies because they're all stupid. I'm gonna sneeze.
Don't. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.